Welcome back to United States. Russell, good to see you. Today we've got an interesting guest, Andries from Klitsgras. We're going to go into some details just now, but we're first going to do our meditation, Andries.
Lekker.
All right. So just sit like this if you don't mind. With your legs like that, apart, and just close your eyes. And just take a couple of deep breaths and breathe out. Just allow yourself to relax. And just on every out breath, allow yourself just to relax a little bit more. And when you're ready, you can slowly bring yourself out the meditation. Andries?
Cheers. Sky juice.
Cheers, Andries.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Russell. How did that feel? It's a bit of centering, eh? Centering.
Yes.
Tommy, do you have a bit of a daily spiritual practice or on the odd occasion?
Yeah. Entertaining myself with my music instruments and being creative. So when I'm making something or creating something or doing something artistic, I find a great deal of release and joy and meditation in that process.
There's a meditation in that process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you speak about the didgeridoo, people say the key to correct meditation is breathing. I say the key to correct breathing is the didgeridoo. So for people like myself, star sign, I'm a rat, and I'm a Gemini as well. So those two together, very busy.
What is a rat? Is that what you use? What
72.
I'm also.
So a very busy mindset, very busy running thoughts. The rat doesn't sit still.
Yeah, busy.
So I can't sit and meditate and shut myself down so easily. So what I find helps is going into the meditation of breath work with the didgeridoo and then slowly letting go, and then the vibration, and not focusing on making a song or a rhythm, just a drone.
Kind of just allowing.
Yes, and then just following that.
Yeah.
And then when the mind and the body's taking over, the mind starts shutting down. And then it's purely an instinctive process where you're not engaging in thought, but it's just what's happening. And that way I can shut down, and then I can just give myself over to the moment. Then I connect.
Okay.
And I feel like when I stop playing, I feel like I was somewhere else, and I'm coming back into myself.
Yeah, so you're doing it without the purpose of trying to make a tune.
Yes.
Because just that sound is healing.
Yes, correct.
I've never really thought about it, but obviously the sound is healing in itself. But the breath, I've never thought of it like, obviously it's a complex breathing, it's circular breathing, but I can see it being a form of breathwork in its own right.
Totally.
Yeah.
I would go as far as being a bitch about it and saying it's probably one of the original breath work practices in the world.
Well, I mean, how old is it?
Didgerido's thousands of years old.
Yeah.
So, like, the thing that fascinates me is who's going to one day pick up a stick and say, okay, now I'm getting this sound from the stick, but how can I do this and not stop? Like, I mean, I want to meet that.
Yeah. Keep it going.
Because, you know, what does it take from someone to be so dedicated to say, I don't want to stop. I want to make this sound continuously. So, like, so that, and that way, that person had to focus on breath work and focus on getting that right.
And didgeridoo, I mean, obviously it's originated with the Aboriginals of Australia. So as far as the vibration that's coming out of it, on what level do you think that's affecting someone? Have you thought about that?
Yeah,
I mean, there's a healing quality,
definitely. I'm actually
on some level.
I'm regretting that I didn't bring a bass didge, because that didge you can actually literally feel the bass drone of the vibration of the bell on your body. So if I was to play the didge on you, you actually feel the sound.
Yeah.
And I do feel like there's a great component of healing within the vibration.
I mean, it's also part of an earth frequency.
Totally. And the didgeridoo is exactly like the djembe. You get one of two responses from people. Oh, wow, what is that? How do you do that? Like absolute fascination and enthrallment. And then you get people that hate it.
Oh, really?
They don't want to hear it.
They don't like a sound of a didge.
To play it.
I'd say most people would like a didge.
But my theory around it is, I've never seen a black person react like that. So people of color are really connected with their roots. White people, when they hear an instrument that connects them with their root or tribal self, fear comes into play. Because there's a connection and something stirring them deep inside them that's ancient, tribal.
Yeah, it's tribal. It's back to
they don't understand that feeling. When they hear that, it like I'm cringing now. That's sort of that feeling of like, what? And I've experienced that with people. So the didgeridoo is very much like, I love it or I hate it. It's really like that.
You know what? You know what? Just slightly off topic is what do the Scottish use? The bagpipes.
Yes.
So
it's the same drone frequency.
It's the same breathing.
One of my friends, which I also think you should do an interview with, Brendan Green. He's a bagpipe player, plays sax. He's an amazing musician.
But personally, I don't like that sound.
The lead singer for the UFO.
Oh, okay.
And he is not just only an amazing person, he's a great musician, and we enjoy jamming together. So he takes you call the reed, which is or the chanter, out of the bag itself.
Yeah.
Then it's not so overpowering.
Oh, so you can play it without the bag?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
It's like a flute, but you still have them. But
it's a strong sound. There's a strong sound coming out of it.
Yes. But not as through the bags with the pipes and everything. But if you detach the one part to it, it's much more easier on the ear. And once again, it's like those things, you hate it or you love it. I mean, a funny story about the bagpipes and him is like, when he started, he himself tells the story. It's like he was practicing with a troop, and the one guy called him over. It's like, come here.
Yeah.
And he came over and it's like, are you still practicing? It's like, yeah. He says, you see that tree? There's a tree beyond it. Go practice over there.
You're making a fucking noise.
Yeah. So even bagpipe players can be annoyed by bagpipe players.
I don't know it's possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a funny story. You know the story, dude.
Let's hear it.
So it's not something that I would have considered before, is bagpipes. Okay. So in Benoni, they have the bagpipe like festival where schools come and
I've been to that festival. I loved that festival.
So let me tell you something interesting now. So I've only been there once. The
tattoo.
Up to now. Yeah, the tattoo. So we go there, and this friend and they got a little place selling edible cannabis toffees. At the do up the road, okay? So this friend of mine's like, no, chatu.
But he doesn't tell you how many milligrams there are either.
So we're there, and I start getting a bit like out of sorts. But no, it's not really the normal place for you to take something like it. I have to walk around in the kilts and these old toppies. And, And then suddenly I'm like, something started making sense with that ditch, bro. So, no, not the ditch, sorry,
the bagpipe.
The bagpipes. And I'm like, this is weird, because like, I did always consider it a flippant noise. Let me be honest, you know. So next thing, they come into this whole thing, bro. They start playing Amazing Grace, bro. I start fucking bawling.
I wanted to say to you, I'm sure you cried, yeah.
Dude. I was besides myself. I was like, there were like flipping 100 of these oaks playing it with no lyrics.
Yeah.
And it lifted me right up here, moved me, bro. Afterwards, I was going to people, and I'm like, it's the most beautiful song I've ever heard in my life.
What's it called?
I'm telling you, bro. It just hit me so hard.
Lekker. I love that.
But I don't know what's possible with the flipping bagpipes. Anyway, that's my funny story.
It's a funny story.
Well, it was funny, but it was touching.
Yeah,
but it just shows you there's something about it. It was almost also like a level, maybe not tribal, but there's a sense of like a community thing, I suppose they used it back in wartime. All these acts moving together. There was such power in it, It was on another level, It was just something else. And maybe your China who does the bagpipes, you would relate to that, I'm sure.
No, totally. I totally think you would. Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's noisy.
Yeah.
But it's still affecting you on some level.
Yes.
So
the didgeridoo, if you have sleep apnea or you snore or you have any sleep issues where you're making a sound or a noise, the didgeridoo, because you're using all these areas.
Or does it help you?
And that exercises those areas so that you don't snore.
My wife's going to love this, bro, because she says I snore. I don't believe it.
Because you never hear yourself, right?
She's not going to love
Actually, so it helps.
Yeah.
The circular breathing.
Yes, not the circular breathing as much as the usage of the vocalizations and things, because you're exercising your vocal cords and everything in your mouth to create sounds, and that exercise tighten things
on
up.
A physical level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're not so lax anymore when you sleep. Yeah.
And I think I mentioned earlier on, someone once told me that the didge helps to open up certain chakras as well within the body, which I wasn't so aware of.
I don't know, but people have said that to me as well.
It made sense, I'm
not
like, you can't really know if it's working or not, but on some level it's doing that.
It makes... Look, I can only speak of my experiences, and my experience is that I feel connected, and I do feel...
You're connected to the earth.
I don't want to get super esoteric, but...
No, get esoteric. I like esoteric.
So, you know the Kundalini, you know the Kundalini experience. So the Kundalini experience, the description of the Kundalini experience is where you project yourself out of your body, and you sort of not aware of what the body is doing, but you're out and somewhere else.
It's like lifts up through you. Yeah.
So when I play Didge and I'm there where I'm getting into it, I lose conscious behavior.
Yeah.
Where my body's taking over, but my mind has moved away.
And it's just happened naturally.
That's it. And then even playing rhythm, even playing with other people, I'm in that moment. And when I stop playing, it feels like your spirits come. Yes.
Yeah.
And I cannot state to people what that is, but for me in that moment is I feel connected to my higher self, connected to my creator,
that's a spiritual moment.
Connected to the earth, connected to everybody that's there in the moment, and that for me is like
it's a super heightened experience.
Yes, big time.
Yeah.
On the drum circles that we ran at my place, sometimes I come home at the end of the evening, 2:00 in the morning, and my wife catches me sitting, watching some mind-numbing, stupid-ass thing. She said, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm on such a high, I can't
I've had so much fun.
I can't fucking shut down if I don't watch something.
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Just-
sleep.
yeah.
So I'm doing this so that I can just chill the fuck out so that I can sleep.
You know, I fucking love what you just said, bro. You know why? Because we sometimes go to Jules and we dance. And while I'm dancing, I go into that space where the body is just flipping, doing its thing.
Yeah.
Without you controlling it.
Yes.
And it's a similar thing.
It's the same thing.
It's just you doing it with the music.
Yes.
It's still with the
Your
music,
channel,
but
your-
you're
your
channeling it.
channeling. Yeah.
And we're doing it through dance.
Yeah.
And you go to that space where you just, it's like, it's
Letting go.
a level of euphoria almost.
So
Yeah.
what you're describing is
Yeah.
being in the moment,
Yeah.
euphoric, and ultimate connection for me. Because that euphoria
Yeah.
makes you feel like I can't calm.
But you gotta allow
calm
yourself
down. Yeah,
to
no,
go
there.
there.
That's the thing.
That's the catch, hey, Andries?
Totally.
Innate
Yeah.
state.
It's we call it the innate state.
Yes.
You know, part of the reason we started this was because of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do workshops and stuff with the dance.
Lekker.
Teach folks how to do that.
Nice.
You know, because even though you go to a jewel and some folks are all, I don't know, tripping off their faces, they still don't let themselves go there.
Yeah, because
You know, they're
that
not
is
allowed
probably
to
that is
happen.
probably the time that you can ultimately let yourself
Allow
go,
yourself to go there.
and then
Yeah.
your experience can be exponential.
Yes.
And then that is a nice way, because then that key opens a door to you that you have always got that key. You don't have to
No, you don't
take
have to be-
anything.
yeah,
or
exactly.
you don't, so
You can do it naturally.
Then you have the
Yeah.
key, and it's like, but fuck, last time, open the door,
Yeah.
walk through, there you are, boom,
So
gone.
you've opened that potential
Passageway and yeah.
it's always been there.
Yeah, no,
it's
no.
just you haven't
You
been
haven't had the
aware of
access.
it. You haven't
Yeah.
allowed yourself to go
Totally.
into that space. And so many people, I believe, are missing a whole other world of themselves, like a part of themselves they don't even know exists.
People
And
are
they-
closed off.
and
so,
they're afraid.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a level of, listen, you know, if I let myself go there, I'm going to lose control,
or whatever the story is,
case
yeah.
may be. You know,
So that's a big thing for a lot of
Yeah.
people. That moment of letting go and being in that
and
moment.
just being in that moment, let the
It's
music
hard
take
for people,
you,
man. It's
because the
hard.
music's powerful.
Yeah, totally. Yes.
You know, whether you're playing a dig or you're at a festival or whatever the case may be, it's different. Not the same thing, but it's related.
the point is always participation. So I can't reach that state unless I'm dancing, unless I'm playing, unless I'm participating in that. If I'm watching a band or something, I don't get that same feeling or vibe.
Okay.
Personally,
Yeah. No, it's different for everyone. Yeah.
for me, the participation, if you want to say, Andries, what's the ultimate fun for you? Getting my friends together. Doesn't even have to be friends. Everybody, just come.
Yeah.
And we're making music together, connecting hearts, connecting minds, connecting music, connecting spirit, and making music together. That's the ultimate fun for me. That's the highest high.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, that's
And
the
in that
highest
space-
high you can achieve
Yeah.
for me.
Magic.
That's it.
Tell me, when did you start getting involved in music, Andries? Because I know you mentioned you'd studied art and you did a bit of this and that.
I actually was in Pro Arte, which is like old school art school that was in Pretoria, just by the bottom of Boys High. Drama, art, music, and ballet with
Okay, more like an art school.
full-on art school,
Was it?
full-on
Okay.
art,
So it was
full-on-
kind of like the Joburg Art and Ballet School.
Yes,
But the Pretoria version.
It was the Pretoria version.
Okay.
So I did art there, and then I went to Technikon, and like your first year is a bit of a stuff up for art, because you've been through all that stuff. So you're getting
You're getting a double flip.
yes, basically, because all the stuff you
curriculum.
studied at school, you're now going through in a year instead of 4 years.
Yeah.
And through that, then I decided I'm going to go to, I burned. Sorry. So I went to Technikon. I did my first year, my second year, and the third year. And
What were you doing? Fine arts? Or-
I did fine arts my first year, and then I decided, because I was not going to make any money, I'm going to do interior design. So that was a very stupid choice on my side, and that's why I say, if you're young and you're stupid and you listen to people, money.
And it's not just about that. No.
Money is very important in perpetuation of your life and paying bills and these sort of things. But now, as a mature adult, I would say to people, this is my take on it. Where passion grows, money flows.
I like that.
I had 95% for my sculpture. My sculpture lecturer begged me, please,
Follow this.
don't do interior design. It's wasted on you. You're wasted on that. Do sculpture. You've got a great passion. You're very skilled. You've got great vision. And I just said to him, fuck that. I'm not going to make money and a living making sculpture. I can't see it. And he said to me, you will. I promise you. You've got...
And some of those sculptures make fortunes,
Dude.
eh?
And I was just like, no, fuck that. So I studied interior design. In my third year, I was busy with my final project. There was a veld fire and it burnt our whole plot down, and I tried to stop the fire. I got burned 75%, third degree burns.
You?
Yeah.
Shit.
I ended up in a hospital, moved over to another hospital in Pretoria, and they eventually moved me to a mine hospital because they specialized in burn victims because the mines, acid and gas and fire and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So I died. I was in a coma. They brought me back.
How old were you? Like
27. That was my
27.
my Jesus year.
Sure.
You just throw that out there.
My Jesus year. So that was a month of severe recovery and just sort of getting to a point of where I wasn't on constant watch, where I was almost dying. Like they had to watch me all the time.
But why do you call it your Jesus year? Was there some kind of a spiritual transformation
all
happening there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the story about the Jesus here?
No, I
so
don't know.
27, all those
the rock
Jimi
stars.
Hendrix,
The Janis,
all these,
and
Janis
Jimmy
Joplin, all
were
those
27.
people. Yes.
Yeah.
So what happens in your 27th year? And I call it the Jesus year, not because it's a year. It's just in the year that Jesus disappeared off the face of the earth.
Was it also 27?
From 27 to 32.
I wasn't
Because
aware.
there's no records of him in that time period. So
Okay.
the theory behind it is what happened to him. So in India they speak of him.
Yeah.
In other Eastern countries they speak of him. So the theory is that in that time period he actually traveled the world.
Okay.
And he met other religious people and other spiritual practices. And that's what connected him and made him what he was.
Like kind of
The Jesus that we know,
Yeah.
that's it, the Jesus
Yeah.
that we know.
Yeah.
And then when he came back at 33, then he was in this all-powerful state
Kind
where he
of in
was
another
clear.
level. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say no one could touch him, but his clarity
Yeah.
for his path was very set.
He had focus. Yeah.
So that's why I call it the Jesus. It's
Okay.
not my Jesus here. It's
No,
the
but-
Jesus here.
okay.
It's the experience of 27 is where you your knocks come and you really realize who you are.
Because there's an interesting thing that also happens around that is called the Saturn return.
That's it. My wife said the same. Saturn returns on the 27th.
That's where the big things happen. So
That's-
sometimes people get married. Sometimes they get divorced. Sometimes
They
they
die.
have near-death experiences.
Yeah.
You know that 27 is one of those years.
I've heard of all
Around
that.
27,
I've heard of
28,
Jesus' story.
in that period.
So-
So tell me,
So then I burned,
Yeah.
and then in that time period, I had a student loan, and my parents was paying my student loan for me, but I was trying to get out from under them, and a friend of mine had made a bamboo ditch. The first time I heard the ditch was Jamiroquai's album on
I
Emergency on
love
Planet
fucking
Earth.
Jamiroquai,
The
bro.
Emergency on Planet Earth is a legendary
Emergency on
album.
Planet Earth. Yeah, that ditch was
So
beautiful.
I heard it, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and for the positive word of possession, I was possessed by the
It was
sound
just
of
so
the
good.
didgeridoo. I had to know what it was. Back then, no Google encyclopedias, fucking googling,
Old school.
googling
Old
through
school.
the pages, Aborigines, Australia, didgeridoos.
Where do I get one?
It possessed me.
Yeah.
And then, how do you make one? No one knew. So Pete, that we
Yeah.
spoke about
Yeah.
earlier. He had a ditch and he was like, wow. And I looked at it and he showed me how to play it. And then I made myself one. Someone said to me, oh, wow, can I have it? It's like, yeah, okay, take it. And then I made another one for myself, and then someone else said, oh, can I
This is
have
quite
it? I was
lekker.
like, okay, have it. I made a third one, and then someone said, oh, can I? I was like, no. I said,
It's enough now.
fuck that. Give me $100.
It's costing money now.
And then I started making them, and so the first market I ever did in my life was Irene Markets,
Yeah.
night markets. It was a 5 o'clock Christmas market, starting 5 o'clock, and it finished 9 o'clock at night. First Batman movie came out, and I'm stating things here that I might be arrested for, but anyway, so I made some Batman T-shirts.
Just for fun.
Well, to sell at the market. And I made some jewelry pieces, and I made like 8 or 10 didgeridoos. By 9 o'clock, I'd sold out all my digits. Lots of people got Batman T-shirts for birthday presents. That's coming
But others
10
got
years.
digits.
10 years. But that way, it's sort of, I saw that there was
There's a bit of a market.
there's something there.
Yeah.
So, okay, getting back to my story. So I burnt, and then I was already doing markets and making money through the didgeridoos. In my year of recovery and recoup, I looked like a mummy because I was still
bandages.
I was still taking 4 hours a day doing my bandages in the morning and 4 hours in the evening.
It's a hell of a flipping process. Huh?
Yeah, and then going through that, my mom said to me, so what's the plan? So I said to her, well, I'd like to finish my studies. Like, I mean, I'm 99, just get that. I
That
spent 3
final
years on
paper.
it. Just let me get, I needed 2 subjects. I needed to write 1 exam in hand in 1 final project.
Which is not a lot.
Okay. So I did that, and then I did 3 interior design jobs. So the jobs, I felt very out of place. I felt very judged for the way I dressed, for the car I had. And people would say, oh, I want my ceiling painted this color. I want my floor tiled. I want this chandelier here. And I was like, but that's not what I studied. So my idea was like, I come spend time with you and your wife and your kids. And then I say, okay, cool. For you, Andrew, I see this and this, a communal space where we can incorporate these colors. For your daughter, for your son, for your wife.
Customized.
Yes, so that I actually have a week with you and I understand who you are, who your family is. And that way, I can give a very specific product that would encapsulate individuals and make a one space where everybody's things come together. Maybe I was ahead of my time. Maybe I was crazy. I don't know. But I'm not a
wasn't
tiler.
Yeah.
I'm not an electrician.
Yeah.
I'm not a painter.
That wasn't your
if you
idea.
know what you want to paint
Yeah.
it, get a painter. I'm not going to come here and paint it. I'm going to get someone to do that for you. And I did a couple of jobs, and it just really didn't sit well with me. I hated it. But now I went for rehab because I couldn't drive. I couldn't do this. I couldn't touch my face because my skin pulled onto itself. So I literally did this. Do you know the band? Is it Jesus Christ Pose? What's that?
Soundgarden.
So they literally put me in a traction that would pull me open, and they had things tied to my fingers and my hands to pull me open
What
like
a
this.
flipping thing, bro.
So like a couple
you were
of
like
hours.
you in the Jesus Christ pose. bro.
Yep, for like an hour or 2, and then they let you go again, take the weights off. And
Was it Aina?
not then, but when your skin starts pulling together again,
yeah,
and you have to pull it
discomfort,
open,
eh?
it's like it's hard. Your skin is
Sure.
hard, so it's like. So anyway, I had to go for rehab to actually because I couldn't hold a knife and fork. I couldn't get my hand to my face.
Yeah, no, you're just discomfort.
So one of the things that the guy there, and then they start with cuck, like, your wife being an artist, you being an artist. When you start as a child in an artist's home, what do? You do macrame, you do wood carving, you do all this stupid shit that adults do now that they're discovering art. That shit for me is boring. I've done that a million times. So I said to her, I'm not doing this. Then the guy running the thing got cross with me and was like, yeah, but this is my curriculum and this is how I'm helping you. I said to him, this shit I've done over and over again. I'm not
interested.
I'm not fucking doing it. It's like, yeah, but we need to get your hands and you need to do tactile. So I said to him, I want to make didgeridoos. She said, I don't know what this is. So I had to take a bamboo ditch, go in front of the board of the
With the rehab oaks.
yes,
The rehabilitation.
because I said I'm not doing this, but they're paying for me to be there and getting the help.
So they want to see that
So I
you're
want
doing
to see,
something
positive.
that works.
So I said to him, okay. So I brought a didgeridoo and then I showed them from beginning to end how I made a didgeridoo. And I said to me, that's tremendous. Because you're doing all these, I couldn't
You're
lift my hands
working.
above my head. I couldn't grip things. I
But
didn't
you got
have
to break
strength.
through that
Yeah,
thing.
you got to break through the bamboo nodes and these sort of things. So that in itself saved me from having 12 other operations after the effect of coming out of hospital. So like I had keloids under my arms, so I couldn't lift my arms up because the skin was so tight. This movement of slamming open the
So you
the
actually
nodes,
just sped up your progress.
yes. So within that, I realized, okay, there's something here. And then I started doing markets. All the markets I could possibly do for
selling
15
those
years.
things.
Punting my business, punting my drumming circle, which at that point hadn't really started yet. And then doing digits and really pushing that's what I had passion for. And that's how I got into all of this.
But it's amazing actually.
It changed my life, and I'm glad I'm in this route. I ran into a friend that was studying with me, and we were both at the same place. And I looked at this guy coming in with a suit and and he looked at me and he was like, Andries, and I was like, hey,
Andries?
yeah.
Is that
It's
you?
like, hey, Tian. He's like, fuck, you look like you're on holiday. I was like, well,
That's
you
my
look
job.
like you're not on holiday.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, well, I'm doing interior design.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm making music, doing drum circles,
doing a
corporate
lekker-
team building.
doing your thing,
It's like,
eh?
fuck, it sounds like you're on holiday. I was like, well, I'm enjoying my life. I was like, I don't have those other things in my life. So
But you
For
know,
me,
it's
that was a good choice for my life.
But life sent you in that route. In that
totally,
path.
dude.
You know, mistakes.
You weet wat ek like, nee, so this. If you want to make God laugh, tell him about your plans.
Because what you think is your plan
Life
is not the
doesn't
same
work
plan.
life doesn't work out like that. So the path I found myself on is a path of gratitude, joy, fulfillment, friends, amazing people, money, travel, connection,
a full life,
like a full life,
Andries.
that's been dished out to me that I'm very grateful for.
So what I want you to do is show us what these digits do.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, they just firewood. What is this, Andries?
No. So I started off making bamboo
While
digits.
we're on the dig subject, let's.
I started making bamboo digits, but obviously
Yeah.
that was not my end
Well,
point.
here's one. This is my one, by the way.
Yeah, and it sounds
Not
great.
that it sounds great, but I haven't got circular breathing, Andries.
It's not an issue.
Yeah.
So I wanted to end up making wooden digits. That was almost my intention.
Yeah.
So this one, I started marking my didgeridoos, but at the point where I was making this, I hadn't thought of numbering them and signing them, and so this is like number 4 or 5. So this didgeridoo is literally
From your early days,
it's literally like 28 years old.
Explain a bit what it is, you know?
She's traveled the world with me.
Yeah.
So Germany,
Really?
Thailand, England.
Why did you
India.
take it with you? Just
I'm doing gigs, so like when I do
doing gigs with it? Okay.
Yeah. So the way I make a didgeridoo is I go out and I jokingly say I take my pocket chainsaw, which she's oops.
Yeah.
Don't do that. She's quite small, and then I go out
actual
in the
chainsaw?
chainsaw, yeah. And then I go
Okay.
out in the bush and I look for a branch that I think would make a good instrument, and then I cut it to size and I seal off the ends with wood glue, and then I write the date on there. Not the date as in month and year only.
Okay.
To cure it or
Then it rests.
And you leave
for
it for how
5
long?
years.
5 years.
Yeah, it's a long-term commitment. So I've got like 45 logs at my place that clients come and they come pick a raw log. I pull out they tell me what sort of price range they're looking at and what shape they're looking at, and then I bring out what I think they would like. And then once we've had a nice argument about pricing and everybody's happy, then I make the instrument. But I don't make the mouthpiece until the client shows up so that they're the first one to make the mouthpiece.
Okay.
The technique I use is split digging. There's a line down the center.
Okay.
I hollow them out.
So you cut it
Cut
down
them
the
in
middle.
half with a bandsaw.
Okay.
I've got the mother of a bandsaw.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mother of all mother
Yeah,
bandsaws.
a groot een.
Yeah. And then I hollow it out, seal it off, glue it back together again. And then that's basically the instrument.
Any specific kind of wood?
I work with non-indigenous trees mostly. This one is syringa, that one's eucalyptus. And fruit trees. Fruit trees, pear would make
Really?
exquisite didgeridoos.
Okay. Why non-indigenous?
It's just where I'm at because of doing my bit for it.
Okay, just kind of your bit for the
syringa
planet in a
itself.
sense.
The syringa itself, it's also got a very sort of fairy or mystical looking shape.
No, it's
to
amazing. No, this thing looks organic, man.
So
it
it
looks incredible.
Do you tune it in any way, or is it just whatever comes?
No, this one's in the key of F.
Okay.
How would you
But-
do that? No. Getting complicated now. No. The key of F. What is the key of F?
So it's the major note that is being played when I play the didgeridoo. But because of your vocalizations, you can alter the key with 2 more keys.
Okay.
How do you
Change the key.
Yeah, but how do you? So that's a key of F.
Yes.
You've created it to be a key of F.
Yeah. So as you learn, so you've got leeways when you create an instrument like this, where you learn that if you can't lengthen the didgeridoo, but you can shorten it. So when you make the mouthpiece,
Okay,
you give
yeah,
yourself
because you could
a
bring
little
it down.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the mouthpiece
yeah.
has a little bit of space that you can cut
Okay.
down to come down, but
And
you
it
have
will
to be
change
very
it
specific.
slightly, yeah.
You have to be very specific.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your length indicates the key. So that way I know what length I'm working at. But to get it on that
That specific spot.
I just cut a little bit off at a time. It's usually a finger thickness, which
Sure.
seems like a lot,
Yeah.
but then your key
And that
comes in.
changes that
Okay.
the tone, basically.
Yes.
We're getting educated. We're getting educated, yeah.
And then something that I've only recently realized is when I was playing with Greg Georgiades at my place, and he said to me, "Man, but your basic note is your basic note, but you're still getting other notes there. So technically speaking, you could probably play notes." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's
Just by changing your breathing a bit.
It's changing your vocalization
from your
Yes,
throat.
Yes. So and then
Your vocal
prior to the interview, we were talking about circular breathing a lot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a lot of people do what you do. They hold on to circular breathing, and I'm not judging
No,
them,
no.
as the excuse for not learning to play the
Yeah,
didge.
yeah.
So didgeridoo playing is, I would say, 70% not being able to play circular breathing, or not to be able circular breathing, because your variations and your rhythm and your tempo and your sound qualities has got nothing to do with circular breathing. And I explain it in this way. What circular breathing is to the didgeridoo is like sheet music for a Western instrument. When you start off, what do you do with a Western instrument? No. It, like, I mean, you want to shoot yourself eventually. No. But that is your tones, your rhythm, your tempo.
It's like your grounding almost.
That's it.
Yeah.
When you get your sheet music and you can actually read sheet music, that's your circular breathing. So no one can read sheet music and play Bach's
Doesn't
whatever
work like
from
that.
the get-go.
No.
So saying I can't play circular breathing is like saying I can't read sheet music. A lot of people can't read sheet
So you-
music.
so
It's
you-
not
so you would
it's not so
say-
important.
So if I think for myself, and I've had this thing for 20-something years.
Yeah.
Okay. I can make a bit of a sound out of it, but I haven't practiced it. So,
Yes.
so basically, I just kept practicing it, and then eventually
You'll fall
you
into
work
it.
on the
Yes,
circular
yes.
breathing. Yeah.
So for me, when I started learning the didge, my friend Pete would say to me, "It's just breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth," but he couldn't quantify the specifics of it. So
it's a little bit
once again,
complicated.
I was like so possessed with getting it. It's like a relationship that you want. I want to be in a relationship. I want to be in a relationship.
I can't get it.
And then
Yeah.
one day you say, "Ach, fuck it." And that's the day.
And that's when the right person arrives.
That's when it comes.
Yeah.
That's when the right thing. It's when you give, once again, staying in the flow state, giving yourself over
Yeah.
to the process,
Yeah.
instead of trying to force yourself in somewhere. That's when things come. That's when that flow comes.
It's more of an allowing.
Yes. So what I say to people, and I'll give you an example what didgeridoo playing circular breathing is without the didge and with the didge. So what I say to people is, if you're playing the didgeridoo, play, 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 out of breath, in through the nose. Don't take your mouth off the mouthpiece, because that is a bad habit. You're not breathing in through your mouth, you're breathing into your nose only.
Okay.
So sound, 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 stop. Sound, 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 stop.
And just keep your mouth on it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
your mouth on the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
breathing in through your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
So literally it would be, and you're trying to keep, so when you're playing circular, so this is circular breathing. There's a certain, when I teach circular breathing, a certain tempo. So it's, that fourth one is a,
Is that your breathing? Yes, you
is a-
inhale.
yes. So how, and it's a lot of words and it's a lot of info to take in, but it's a short gasp of air that fills onto the air, a surplus of air that's already in your lungs. It's not,
It's like a short top up.
It's
a top up.
That's it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
here it is.
Yeah, because it's not a question of stopping or filling your lungs.
But
You just
but
slowly
circular breathing.
giving it a
The
little bit.
statement of the name is confusing. It's a lie, because it's more compressed. Because soon as you push up with the bottom jaw, you suck in through your nose. But you have to get the air going first.
So you're pushing out and then you quickly sniffing it up.
That's it. So when people, so in that, that is where you stop. So you would be playing. And that's all you're doing.
And that's your
all you're
practice.
doing.
That's how
That's
you're
all you're
practicing.
doing. And then eventually you close that space off.
I fucking love it, bro.
Is that your voice?
Yes. So the didgeridoo is the only
Isn't
music.
it amazing, Russ?
It's the only instrument that you are the one to manipulate the sounds
So that like kind of that's
through
like
your
ground.
through
You
your
bring that
vocal
ground
cords
into
with your
it.
teeth. You can
Yeah.
literally move the vibration from here to here to here. Your flaps, everything in your face, in your mouth, in your throat is making a sound. So another interesting thing about the didgeridoo, so it's a lot. It's compared a lot to ventriloquism, because the vocalization's coming from your throat, it's not coming from your mouth as such. So, Russell, Andrew.
That sounds weird. I've never heard I put a word through it.
So I mean, the word didgeridoo.
That's crazy.
And all the sounds in your throat, all the your vocal cords, the little tongue in the back of your throat, you can literally control the ovula to vibrate more or less with a bassier sound. So, so if you were to listen to this, the shorter vibration is higher and the bassier vibration is slower. And that sound is my little tongue in the back of my throat,
That
and I'm controlling it to vibrate more or less.
No, it's incredible.
The
Andries,
didgeridoo is a very underrated
No,
instrument.
I mean, you know what? You probably did like what you can do. This is like such a basic, but just sitting and listening to it is incredible.
Thank you.
No, I mean it.
Thank you very much.
There's like something amazing that happens.
If I can show you something
pulls you
scientific.
in, pulls you in.
Can you see the floor from there, Russell? You don't need to. I can move the handpan a bit. So there's a frequency on the didgeridoo that if you hit that frequency, and it's the toot, so it's the trumpet, so it's very hard. The back pressure or the compression of the air goes all the way down and then moves up again. And it's called negative pressure. And you can literally...
Like it sucks back.
You can literally pick a piece of paper up with that sound.
Let's check. Can you see, Russ? Can you see the note?
We're going to do it.
Can you see the note, Russ?
Oh, there's the note there.
Yeah.
Just want to flatten it out a bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to put it on the floor,
Yeah.
Russell, and then I'm going to lift it up. So you literally have that effect where it pulls up. Yeah.
Blowing on it.
You're blowing, but
That's
the
it.
vibration
And that's
is
what
pulling
messes,
it back.
and that's what messes with people's minds. Yeah.
So it's the frequency that's...
That's it.
Did you figure that out, or is that like a common
That's
thing?
a common thing.
Is it, eh?
Russell, there's your 20 rand back. Keep the tip. So yeah, it's
pick up tips.
Yeah. With your dick. No, but I find that amazing.
yeah. So that is what we're talking about with the didgeridoo and the frequency. So there, and then there's a Aboriginal story where Aboriginal can kill someone long distance with a didgeridoo, with the sound of a didgeridoo. So this is a story I heard from someone that's been to Australia. So
Yeah.
There is something in sound and sound vibration and the effect that it has on the body. That's 100%.
On some level, it's affecting your entire
And even if
physical
that for people is not their truth, music still affects you.
unit. Yeah.
If you listen to a beautiful piece of music,
It touches you.
I'll say, in
Finished.
one way or another.
It's powerful.
Yep.
No, there's power in music.
Totally.
And you know what I also wanted to touch on, and now I was fascinated by the didge, is drumming. So, and I think we mentioned this at one stage, and I have spoken about this before in the podcast because I find it amazing, Andries, and I know you do drumming workshops, etc. with djembes, like this.
So part of sorry.
No, carry on.
Part of what we do is I go out to schools and I do a percussion tutorial. So I speak about all these. I've got about 20 odd instruments that I take to the school. And I speak about different kind of drums, where they come from, what their history is. So I touch on world music history. Then I touch on world history. And then I touch on world science behind the instruments, like the didgeridoo.
Yeah.
So the same, if you pass me that djembe of mine.
It's a nice big one, eh?
So people think that the bass note of the djembe is here.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's not.
Where is it?
So if you were to look at the djembe as a glass with water, and you were to drop a stone in the center of the
ripples.
water. Yes. So those ripples are going out like that, right?
Okay.
But this is a three-dimensional object.
Yeah.
So the ripples are not only moving this way, they're also moving
Down.
that way. Your bass note is here on the shoulders of the djembe.
When it shoots out the back, basically.
Not out the back.
Not out the back.
It sits here on the shoulder, so
Yeah.
the bass note comes here, and it's going out like that, and then it jumps on the shoulder, on the inside of the djembe, because it's carved round here, and then it comes back and it hits the vellum from underneath. That's where the bass note comes from. How I can prove that?
Yeah, prove it.
Proof's in the pudding. Yeah. Fuck you, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I talk shit, man.
Yeah, I know you fucking hippies. So, if the bass note was sitting here, I could hit the bass note and I could keep my hand on the bass, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're sending it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
when
can
you
hear
lift, when you lift the hand, it
that-
sends it out.
Yes, so the vibration comes into the velum, and that's because the sound wave kicks back up onto the velum, and it does this.
Because when you hit it and you hold it, it's flat.
It kills the vibration,
Yeah.
and the vibration's coming from the shoulder.
Do it again.
It carries.
So it carries
That's it.
back up. So it hits the bottom and it shoots up
and
again.
So this is part of what I teach kids when I go to school. World history.
Yeah.
So I say to people, what's the worst? Well, one of the worst things in world history that's happened. And I say wars. Okay, yeah. And then go back a little bit further. There were wars always, and then eventually people come to slavery.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so one of the worst things in history of humanity has led to one very interesting and amazing thing. World music existing the way it exists today is because of West Africa. If it wasn't for West Africa and slavery,
It wouldn't exist.
music the way it exists today can guarantee, not 100% different, but it would have been very
And that's
different.
what I wanted to talk about.
So,
Yeah.
so here's the proof. This is called a shekere.
Okay.
A shekere is made with teething beads. Here in South Africa, the people of color, they use these for their children to bite through and work the teeth through the gums.
So it's a
It's
bead.
very hard, yes.
Yeah.
It's actually a seed that,
Okay.
it's got a little velum or a little grass in the center
Not
that
the
you...
teeth of the children.
No, no.
As they
That would be a bit creepy.
a little bit weird.
I'm creepy, but not that creepy.
All the
So-
baby teeth.
Yeah. Woo. No. So,
Okay.
and then the
Where's this originated?
Ghana,
Oh, it's from Ghana. Okay.
and then like the djembe and most other instruments, like the handpan as well. It's got a hole in this in the one side to project the sound, like a guitar, like
Yeah.
a drum, like
Yeah.
a didge. So it projects the sound there, and then it's got a net that has got the teething beads tied to it. So this is one of the most versatile percussion instruments I've found. It's so eloquent, it's so on time, and the versatility of it.
Yeah, you can change the sounds up.
Or just
So what
The first
what
time-
is this?
that's this.
Yeah.
It's a calabash.
Oh, it's a calabash.
Like
yeah.
what do the Americans call it? A
Squash. Or,
can't remember now. I had an American group
Yeah.
recently. So the first time I saw this shaker being played was a West African friend of mine,
Yes.
and he played, and I was like, "Wow, that's so potent." And when you listen to that driving over the drumming, and it's just there.
cuts through.
And that's the thing. So this,
It kinda
this is
adds-
your
just
this is your
adds to the whole
meditative. This is the meditative
combination.
section of this.
like the almost repetitive.
Where's your meditation?
Yeah.
In repetition.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is the repetition. Now I say to the kids, so this instrument, great grandfather of this instrument.
They're friends. This is the modern day
It's
version.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did this happen? This is Brazil, South America.
Oh,
This is West Africa.
What is this called?
Kabasa.
Kabasa. Okay.
But this is this. This is the cause of slavery. There it is.
So the slaves were brought to Brazil and they brought that with them.
They brought this
Yeah. This with them, they created that.
and
Evolved
through-
into that.
That's it.
This went to America. So what I was going to go into, Andries, and it's part of the same thing, is I watched a documentary a long time ago about the origins of modern music. And you're going to love this because you already know
Don't
it.
threaten me.
No, you already know it. You know it. So basically what happened is the slaves were brought to America back in, I don't know, 1600s, whenever it was. And with them, they brought the African drum beat. part of their culture.
Yeah, the people
You know?
brought their own culture with because
Yeah.
they were told like they were not Christian.
No.
But I believe that some of these places they were given the leeway to practice their culture. Because how do you keep people happy?
Exactly, they've got
you
to have
separate
some
them
of
from a
their
culture,
old,
you're
they've
gonna
got to
have
have some of
discord.
their heritage, etc. So what happened is, so that went to the States, and then that slowly evolved into blues music. Okay,
Too right.
and then that evolved into rock music.
Yes.
and it evolved into even heavy metal, etc., etc.
All of it.
All of it.
If you listen to this rhythm. That is a cowbell rhythm. That is a traditional West African cowbell rhythm. You cannot play a Latin song without hearing that.
That's true.
That tempo, that rhythm. Eric Clapton and let's say Santana, they're on stage. The one walks up to the other one and he calls him out with a lekker
A little riff.
And he steps back and then Santana's like, oh, is it? Yes. That is call and response. Call and response, West Africa. That's where that comes from.
Okay.
That behavior.
Yeah.
That's still alive on stage at modern day.
But people don't know it. People don't know it. But then, so this carried on to rock music, etc.
Yes.
And then it evolved into electronic music.
Yes.
So now,
And now electronic music is incorporated with traditional instruments.
crossover
again,
like
so it's
this. So the way it showed it is that it started in Africa and it circumnavigated the globe. So from rock, basically all contemporary music originates in Africa. Finished and clear.
Truth.
Okay? And I find that incredible. And I'm proud to be in South Africa, in Africa,
Yeah.
from a place that originates
origination.
from here.
Yeah.
And what I see it is, most African people don't know it.
Yes.
Most people don't know it, Andries.
Most people don't know it. No.
And-
When I go to schools, and this is why I say to teachers, you guys teach science, you teach maths, you teach history, you teach world history, you teach music, you teach all these things. But when does it come together? That was one of my big issues at school. We're doing all these things, but how is it?
How do they cross over? How do they interrelate?
So this is why
Yeah.
I don't compartmentalize. I bring everything together. Science behind the djembe, science behind the didgeridoo, world history, music history. And you bring everything together so that people connect points together and actually understand.
And people, they become more educated in it. It's something to be proud of.
Totally.
You know, if Africa has contributed anything to the culture of the planet, it's a massive flippant contribution.
Big.
It's huge.
Big.
There
People don't
wouldn't be
realize.
modern music.
People don't
whether
realize.
you're flippant China playing, I don't know, techno or something. It originates here. It's something for Africans to be proud of.
Yes, very much so.
It's a huge thing, and maybe by you going to schools, etc., you're educating people.
Conscious, yeah.
They become more aware. Like
They don't actually know
something for us to be proud of. You know, Andries.
Yeah. And I believe, and I'm not saying slavery is a good thing. Please don't what I'm saying is, out of things that happen to us, sometimes great things come out of it. And I'm not speaking slavery good. I'm just saying that the downfall of certain things is the ground force for building new heights.
Because let's be honest, if that never happened, perhaps modern music would never have happened.
Dude, modern music would not sound the way it does.
It's part of the evolution of music and life.
Totally.
In a sense.
Totally. Your understanding of timing, you can all songs with links, rechts, left, right.
Yeah.
Germans, Swiss, Austria.
Wherever.
That was music.
Yeah.
Now you're getting someone playing an offbeat. And it just broke people's minds. What the fuck?
Why?
What are you?
Yeah, what are you doing?
How? And then you get the people that really fascinated by, and then that's how that grows. Now offbeats come in, and it shifts things. So so African culture's influence on modern day music is I don't think people realize. I cannot say how a pivotal influence it has had on music in the world, so that people can understand it. It is immense. It's really, really big.
It's actually phenomenal. And now I love talking about this.
Dude, this is my, you weet, this is my passie. Like I can talk for ages on about this, but I
now,
love it.
But now I want to just take it on another little angle, Andries. This is all organic. Now you got the organic,
Yes.
and now you've got electronic.
Yes.
There's a whole shift, and
Yeah.
there's kind of I would say, the electronic music scene, and it's been breaking up into all sorts of different genres because of technology.
Yeah.
And it's related to this,
Yes.
but it's not the same.
Yes.
Let's be honest, it's
Totally.
not the same.
Yeah.
But there is something to be had, and there's some magic to be made through it. What is your take on that, Andries?
Making music is like showing people your personality.
Okay.
So if you're an artist and you have your technique and your style, that is showing your personality.
Yeah.
The way
Yeah.
you approach your artwork. Now, the same way certain people would use a loop station, certain people won't use a loop station. I want to use a loop station because I'm tired of practicing with 5 people, not getting them together all the time, and I can't stand being in a band because everybody's not as committed as in, and being committed as crazy as, and being focused. Therefore, I'm going to do a
I'll
loop
do it
station.
myself.
Do it myself. Another guy might use AI to involve some electronics or whatever there. So I really think it's up to each individual person's persona and take on their personality and their way they want to present the music to themselves that they want to do.
And also, it's almost like their art presentation. Like,
Totally.
Like you might do oils, I like does acrylics, I
So
like
no,
does digital.
watercolor, whatever, you know. But I do feel like everything's got a place. I do
Yeah.
feel everything's got a place. And once again, I hate looping. I don't want to do looping. Cool, that's you. Go for it.
Don't judge it.
Don't,
Because some other wants
if
to
you
do
want
it.
to judge it, judge it.
It's your thing.
But
It's a waste of time.
you focus on your thing.
Yeah. Because the way I see it, and I'm sure it's the way you see it as well. So when someone's playing music or they're creating music, there's a level of presence, there's a level of
Totally. Yeah.
Spirit.
You have to. Yeah.
divine intervention
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
coming through the person.
And that's we're talking again about that thing. That
You're
thing.
kind of
that
channeling
feed,
a certain
yeah.
energy that's coming through.
Yes.
And that, for what I see when I'm at a party and that music's coming through, that music is affecting the entire audience.
Yeah.
Whether you're playing a live gig or it's a DJ.
So at art school, one of the discussions, being in an art school, you get thrown a lot into the one teacher we had. We loved him. He would come in the classroom and make a statement and say, "Remember, my statements doesn't mean I am right or you're wrong. I'm coming in with a statement. Prove me right, prove me wrong. I don't care.
Yeah.
But here's the discussion. So we often said, what is art? What is art? So, okay, art is an expression of self where you give a creative output on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. But then anything can be art. Sure, anything can be art. But the final thing is that it makes you feel something.
I think that's what it's about.
When you look...
There's a deeper experience.
Connection or non-connection. So, getting back to our point now. So, I would hate to listen to a guy doing looping because I don't believe that's music. Or, fuck, that guy's skilled. Look how he's looping all these things together and
Different
his
attitude.
understand of timing and putting one in and dropping one out. That's phenomenal. And so one guy hates it and one guy loves it. What's wrong with that experience? Nothing.
No.
You're allowed to hate it and I'm allowed to love it.
And on some level, it's affecting you.
Yeah, that's
that
it.
frequency.
At the end of the day, you want to have an effect on you. So
Yeah.
looking at a piece of art and you're thinking, what a piece of shit. That is what that person wants.
Yeah.
They want to evoke something in you. If I'm
Actually, an emotion, even if you think it's a piece of shit, it's emotion.
If I'm playing a gig and I don't see smiling faces and or someone comes up to me and is like, I hated that. I was like, great. I'm so
Okay.
happy. I'm happy for you. I'm happy I evoked a feeling in you. Even if you hated it, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you could feel that.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
You got through to them.
Yeah.
But that's what I've heard with like famous artists. Like they love the people that hate them. Like
Cool.
they hate them.
I wouldn't say I love them, but I'm happy for that you had an emotion.
Yeah.
Because what I want to do is I want to evoke emotion in you. If you're there just droning on in life and you couldn't give a fuck or you couldn't give a shit and I'm sort of in the background and it doesn't change your life for better or worse, then I'm failing.
You see, as long as you're authentic and you're being true to yourself.
Totally.
Whether
Yes.
someone likes or don't like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And what I see is, so back to a drill. So the music's coming through, the DJ's playing, he's inspired by whatever the fuck he's playing. But on some level, if everyone's enjoying it, they're connecting with that frequency. And basically, what I said is the music is directing. So dance is basically a reflection of what the music's doing.
Yes. So
It's like the physical manifestation
of the enjoyment of
the music.
Yeah. So now you say a DJ is not really a musician because they're just, okay. But now a DJ puts some tracks together. He has to understand timing and how to fuse the two together. And now he's taken a percussionist on stage with him. Now he's got a guitarist. What's happening now?
It's a
Is
new
it still,
level.
is it still not music? No, it's a bigger form of music.
It's creative.
Yeah.
It's a creativity going.
So I think it's a very personal gauge of who you are, and you literally. So once again, saying passion goes, money flows where passion goes. So like if you've got passion for something, that passion drives you, and people want to buy into your passion. If you're a passionate person and people are like, "Fuck, this guy's like, I love what he's doing." That's what people want to buy into.
Yeah, it's the truth. Play a little of the handpan for us, man. You haven't. That's the one you haven't hit.
Can I show you something else just before? So these are called kashishis. Now many West African countries, all their instruments, even djembe, comes from the sound that the djembe makes.
Okay.
You get these things called monkey balls, which now you see them, everybody's playing them and they're going, they're called asalato. So, or koshka. Now, if you play them, the sound they make is the same. So these are made from grass colored baskets with calabash bottom. And then they've got clay pellets that they've baked in the sun to make the crashing sound, and you get bigger and smaller ones. You try and pick them so that they're in the same frequency. Sorry,
don't you interrupt you. What is it called?
Kashishi.
Is it South African?
No.
Where's it from?
Ghanaian.
Ghanaian.
Well,
okay.
West Africa. It's not exclusive to Ghana. And if you shake, you can actually smell Ghana here because you can smell the dust from those pellets in here.
So,
and it's a very powerful percussion instrument because you're keeping your tempo there.
it's a nice. It's got because you got both.
But now, if you want to drive it, so I don't know how so a swing rhythm, yeah. So if you listen to this, you're focusing on the two loud notes, but there's notes happening in between.
Yeah.
And that's where the magic in this lies.
The magic lies in between. Fuck, I love it, bro.
So so that's the one rhythm, and then a shift is where you're doing two crashes to the front. So you start off.
I like that, eh?
So that shift, and then you back shift it, so you're doing two crashes to the back.
It's so cool.
And it drives the rhythm in another way. But now, if you want to really get technical and have some more experiential fun, because you know a little bit more.
Okay. They're taking it up a notch, eh?
Can you alternate them?
Yes.
Okay.
But these are such, and the mistake people make is you smell it. The mistake people make is they want to play it like a baby shaker, but because it's grass, it perforates and it snaps so easily. And
It's
so
light. It's super light.
And so many people have played my kashishis that I had to put rawhide on here to protect it because it was starting to snap here. And I just love the set so much because it's so powerful and it drives the rhythm so
It's so interesting
well.
to see a different instrument. You use all your basics, but
Yes,
these are interesting
yes.
because they're so unique.
Yeah.
So, Andries,
So you can hear ka, shi, ka, shi, ka, shi,
Yeah.
ka, shi,
So
ka,
lekker.
shi.
you know what I
Yes.
also enjoy, Andries? The transcendent nature of music.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about your dig.
Yeah.
But all this kind of music, and quite a lot of the electronic music, has a potential for people to transcend.
Yeah. So people don't understand that where the transcendental. So I hate trance music. I hate trance music. Just
When you say trance, psychedelic trance or commercial trance?
old school commercial trance.
Okay.
The reason I hate it is it never changes. The tempo and the bass is consistent. I did many trance festivals where I was selling instruments and where I was selling my wares,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was over it. But so the trance lies within the repetitive sound.
Yeah, that's
there.
what I want to talk about. The repetitive nature of the music
So now,
sends people into an altered state.
so now, if you're taking just this,
Just the
over the drumming is the fun.
Yeah.
But if you sit still and you just listen to the shaker,
it's doing their job. It's doing their job.
That eventually you're like,
Yeah.
and it just takes you back
Yeah.
there. You eventually like, whoa. And so cowbell, all these things, that's the repetitive nature of this is where the transcendental lies. This is why, so everything south of the equator is shamanic drumming
Yeah.
in Africa.
Okay.
Everything north of the equator is music. So what do I mean there? So if you give me my djembe once again, sorry. In South Africa, all your southern tribes, when they play music, they play this. Focusing on A1, but there's no beginning, there's no middle, there's no end, there's no crescendo, there's no climax.
Is it just
there's
consistent?
It's just that. Because in southern cultures, we're calling the ancestors, we're calling the tribe, we're calling spirit. You want to get into that transcendental state. And the only way to get there, repetition. But with West Africa, you've got a call. You've got different notes. Your note is not just the same note. You're not just playing bass.
Why?
there's a
So
call.
why is that?
There's
What do you mean by a call? What do you mean
The
by
call is to call people in. So when you've heard the
that? Yeah. You mean to draw a crowd
everybody,
in, for
yes.
instance?
No,
Okay.
your team. So
Yeah.
in West African culture, when you play a rhythm, most rhythms has their own call. So you'll be practicing with your guys, and you'll hear a call, and immediately know what rhythm's playing. You're on your instrument, and you're playing whatever you're playing. So you have a call to play. You have breaks. You have. We don't have that in South Africa. South African tribes do not have music like that. It's transcendental to evoke spirit, to call ancestors.
This is new to me. Seriously.
Yeah,
I'm not aware.
You won't find our tribes do not play music like this. When you see them playing shkubu, those Zulu bass drums.
Yeah, the big ones.
Guguku, 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 guguku. That is transcendental. It never changes. That is it. It stays there because it's calling ancestors. It's calling spirit. Not that this doesn't call spirit. Not that this doesn't call.
No,
ancestors.
but it's different.
But now,
Yeah.
you. So these are called drum ears. You attach it to your djembe, and when you play the bass note, they
Okay.
do that. So in West African culture, they say it's not the tempo, it's the chaos that calls the ancestors because it disturbs them.
Kind of
Yeah, it brings
shakes
them
things
out.
up.
Yes.
Shakes it up.
So this, and now let's move over to technology. When you have a mixing desks, what's the three things you have in your mixing desk? You have your bass, you have your treble, and you have your tone, right? Treble, bass, tone.
Yeah. It's there.
Even in
Yeah.
electronics, West Africa's there.
That has to be.
So with what I'm saying is like the West Africans are still calling spirit, but in a different way. They're making music and they're making sure that the shekere and the cowbell and the drum ears are the ones to bring the ancestors on to come dance and to bring the spirit and to bring the energy.
So what's happening at a electronic music festival?
Okay, so
Stuff that you like. We're not talking about
yeah.
bad trance.
Yeah,
Stuff like we listen to a bit of down tempo.
yeah.
It's got, it's
for me,
slower,
as
it's got
soon
a
as
bit
you-
of grind
As soon
to
as
it.
you involve percussion, drumming, DJing, traditional instruments, I'm in. I'm 100% in because that to me is my connection. That is what brings me my
Even
joy.
though it's in electronic music.
Even if it's in
Yeah,
electronic.
but it's brought that organic element in
That
there.
is what I love. Bring a DJ in. So I
Yeah.
play with a friend of mine who stays in KwaZulu-Natal, close to Harwich. His place is called Savoia. And him and a friend of mine, we've got this project called Umoya.
Yeah.
I heal through music. And he's a DJ.
What language is that?
It's a Zulu.
Zulu, okay.
And he's a DJ. And my other friend's a bass drummer.
Yeah.
And he plays djembe and bass and percussion, and I play DJ and percussion.
And then what happens there?
I can show you a video. It's
Do you have festivals there?
Festivals,
or
yeah. Well,
little jewels.
yes, at his place, and then
Or
look, I
healing
do a lot of
ceremonies?
festivals. So the big one that we do together is Splashy Fen,
Okay. Yeah, nice bless you.
and then we play every night, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And it's healing.
Yes, dude. Where people come there. You know what's a great joy for me is if I can change someone's life and they come to me, man. Oh, you blew my mind. It's such amazing, and I just like you
Yeah.
just see in their explanation, and you know what they're talking about. You're just standing there soaking it up like a sponge because this is why you're doing it. You know,
Yeah.
to give people that
And
experience.
they've connected with it.
Yes, that to me is a big give.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
my heart full. That makes me happy to my core, to my soul.
So you teach people how to play.
Did you do djembe? Yeah, that's what I do. Big side of what I do is drumming workshops. We work a lot with corporates, and so most companies, I feel, and I don't want to speak ill of anybody. I'm just comparing myself to other drumming companies. So most drumming companies is a flash in the pan for me, where they come and it's this thing. Yeah, a group of 20 people come and they play and they have fun and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Not a bad experience at all. It's a very, very uplifting, connected drumming experience. But when they walk away, you can't replicate any of it.
So you're trying to teach people that they can have their own drum,
They
go
can play
home and
yes.
play.
So
Yeah.
we teach 3 rhythms.
Yeah.
We come with a
Yeah.
message for each
Keep it
rhythm.
simple.
We come with why do you do this? What's your passion? What's your success rate? We integrate messages with rhythm, with tempo, with what you're doing, and we're not just people learn to at least 2 of the 3 rhythms they can replicate at the end themselves. So I'm walking away and I can hear people still singing the rhythms when I'm walking away from a workshop.
And
Kids,
they can carry on at home.
that's it.
Yeah. Or, get a drum from you, whatever the case
so
is.
my intention has always been to help people to understand drumming more and be able to walk away and take something away from it more than just, oh, it was amazing.
I had fun. You've learned something.
I want to give people something that they can go and replicate.
Yeah.
Value.
Yeah. I reckon that's important, Andries. Hey? Listen, play a little bit of pan. Come on
No,
now, man.
no.
Please.
He's begging now, Russell. So I got a. I don't know. I don't know if it's a compliment or an insult from a friend yesterday. He said to me, "You really bang the handpan. You don't play a handpan you play it like a djembe." But that is my instrument. The djembe is my instrument. So I've got a feel for time and rhythm. But if you look at other people, I do, and I say, and it was like, I'm sorry. I was like, no, dude.
But
like,
it's your style.
It is my style. And if you put a kit drummer behind a djembe, I will be able to tell you it's a kit drummer because the way he plays.
Yeah.
A tabla player cannot play a conga. A conga player cannot play a tabla because they're all very, unless you're trained over there, of course. But the technique for playing a djembe is different than playing a conga, is different than playing a bonga, is different than playing any other drum. Because each drum has its own technique and its own language and its own subtle nuances that has to be played in a specific way.
Where does this originate?
This is a Swiss company. Originally, it was such a big story to get one. I saw one a while ago on eBay, American eBay, selling for $40,000.
Why?
Because it was one of the original ones.
Jeepers.
And this company, the way they worked previously is you want a handpan, you make an appointment with them, you fly over, you show up at the factory on time. You're not allowed to be late.
They're Swiss, eh?
Hulle maak horlosies. Ja, hulle pyn in die gat. And then if you're late, they don't allow you in. Then your time is then...
Sorry.
So then you come, they ask you what instrument, they spend some time with you and what keynotes, and then they make the instrument. And while you're there, though, you're waiting. I mean, most expensive holiday of your life. You're waiting there for them to create this instrument, and then you get the instrument at the end of your period.
But where does it originate? You're saying it's made there.
They made it. So the concept of it is a Caribbean pan drum.
Yes.
And then they
Which is more like this, eh?
That's right.
Yeah.
And they just put a bass trap basically on it to create a different.
So it's a contemporary instrument.
Yes. It's the newest of percussion instruments in the world.
It reminds me of those drums that they...
Yeah, that's a
but that's
Caribbean
where
drums.
That's where it originates, Russ.
Yeah, that's the original concept.
Like the inspiration.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Let us hear. You went far to get it.
This one's actually from a friend of mine, and I can punt him a little bit. His name is Peter. His company is Shaka Pan.
They manufacture, they're making them.
Making them here.
Well, it's a bit cheaper than going to
yes,
Switzerland.
Still not super cheap, Peter, but it's
a little bit. You don't need the flight.
More affordable.
Yeah,
more affordable,
okay.
Way more affordable.
And don't mind if you're a little bit late.
Yeah, Peter's a perfectionist, so he tends to take longer. So I was given, I can't remember how many months waiting period, and then he sent me a video. He's like, oh, but this note's not so lack. I was like, no, man, it's fine, send it. He's like, no, I'm not sending that.
I need it right.
First. Yeah, so yeah.
Okay. That is beautiful, brother.
Thank you.
Seriously. Hey?
Thank you.
No, man, you had my crown chakra buzzing there, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's
So
a
this
beautiful
thing-
sound, eh? That
The
is
handpan
amazing.
is amazing,
There's some
amazing
magic there,
instrument.
eh?
Yeah, it's really,
it's such a gentle sound.
it's really like an instrument
Soothing,
that
eh?
just, it just
Yeah.
You played with other instruments?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, most
The
certainly.
sound isn't
If
too
you want to see Daniel Whipple's The Hang Massive,
What is that?
that's a guy, Daniel Whipples. I think he's German,
Okay.
a bilingual guy. He commercialized this instrument. And he's probably one of the most well-known handpan players in the world.
Okay.
And his band or performance group is called The Hang Massive.
The Hang Massive.
And
Okay.
it's two guys. Sometimes they two together. Sometimes it's just Daniel Whipples. But yeah, I mean, like a really, really amazing percussion instrument, and the newest addition to the world.
Yeah. And a flippin' nice edition.
Yes, yeah,
It's beautiful.
It's like
eh?
a UFO.
yeah, yeah.
But that sound
When I
is
take this out
incredible, eh?
at drum workshops, you know, the Afrikaans people, and no offense, I'm Afrikaans myself.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, it's a Weber." Gaan ons braai.
do they cheat
Yeah,
you?
fuck.
No gaan ons braai.
without fail.
They just bust your nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
or,
what is
or,
that?
or the English people, they go like, "Oh, we're gonna fly away. Is that a UFO?"
So
they go,
once
you have
the
your,
bride, I
you have
don't
your
see-
reference. Yeah,
UFO. Seriously.
yeah.
I suppose if you've never seen one,
Yeah,
you'd be
you're
like,
like,
what the hell
what
is
the
that, John? It's some weird things.
Yeah.
Where does Andries come from, eh?
Yeah,
It's weird,
he
eh?
flew in.
Yeah, he came through that thing. Funny, man. So, Andries, you must you're going to send us all your links and,
No problem.
and et cetera, et cetera. Have we touched on everything that you've brought?
I think so.
I think so. It's been, I must say, it's been enlightening, man.
I've
It's
been one
enlightening.
more small instrument. So,
yeah, what is that little thing?
so this is a rain stick.
The small one.
It's a small rain stick, but you'll be surprised how long this little rain stick lasts. So I traditionally, you've probably heard of the well-known rain dance that the native tribes
Yes.
of America used to do,
Yes.
or still does, I'm sure,
Yeah.
traditionally. So this instrument is the perpetuation of that ritual. So this is the instrument connected to calling the rain. They used to use this instrument. So this is traditionally they made from cactus. So a cactus plant has got a soft, spongy core on the inside. Then it's got a bamboo-like mid-core, and then the outer skin is the green with the thorns. So they chop the cactus off, and then it starts drying, and then they peel the outside layer with the thorns off, and they wait for the inside to shrink away. Then they just scrape it and clean it with a long stick.
Okay.
And then they take the thorny side and they turn it around and slam the thorns in so that the thorns are pointing towards the inside. And then they throw
The
seeds.
thorns from the cactus?
Yes.
Okay.
And then they take the seeds and beads and whatever they
To
can
make the
find
sounds.
to create the sound.
Sure,
so
that's
I've,
interesting,
I've,
eh?
I've moved away from bamboo because bamboo was my most readily available thing here in South Africa, but I've moved over to agave. So this is agave stalk. If you don't know the
So
agave,
it's from a cactus as well?
if you don't know the agave, it's the tequila plant. that they make
Yes,
tequila
yeah.
plant. So I use the stalk that's got the flowers that they drop to propagate, and I hollow them out and I make rain sticks. With,
So you also use the thorns, etc.
with toothpicks.
Toothpicks,
So this one
okay.
has to be drilled all the way around. You do two
Yeah.
opposing spirals, one this way, one the other way, and then I fill them up with some rice. The reason I use rice, it's elongated, so something round just trickles through like brrr, where something long, you said it, Russell. So that couple of seconds that you gain
Kind of
on the sound.
falls through. So it doesn't go as quick. There's a bit more time.
For such a short rain stick.
It really takes so long.
And it's beautifully made, man. I can see that.
Thank you. So I wanted to bring a big one, but I just thought, no, man, to take a small one.
It's
like,
interesting because I've never seen a short one.
So that's me. Okay, bye, guys.
No, but there's one other thing. Show us the mini didge. Baby didge.
Okay, so I've played a lot of box didges. So this is a box didge. The chamber's running down, over, up, and back down again. This didgeridoo is probably like that long if you were to extend it. The bottom end is there, and the mouthpiece is over that side. So to find a didgeridoo, a box didge these days that's got a good sound, I found it failing a lot. So I decided I'm going to deconstruct the whole thing, and with a friend of mine that's also a didge player, we're going to come up with some concepts to make a good quality box didge and put it out. And this is the end result.
Okay.
And that you can get such a nice bassy note.
I feel like that 20 rand note, you're pulling me in.
But I find it interesting because I've never seen one of these before.
Really?
Neither us. Yeah, I've never seen one.
Is that
Yeah.
traditional? No,
It's not a traditional
No,
instrument. It's
no.
it's also a fairly new concept. I can't claim that I came up with it, but I feel like I've perfected it to a great deal.
okay.
I saw an interesting thing. It was on Instagram. The guy's got like a kind of a saxophone.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen that guy.
Yes,
It's like
the
a
strawberry man, the incredible strawberry
and he goes
man.
around and he
Yes,
plays
yes,
this thing.
yes.
Interesting looking.
That's a fiberglass didgeridoo.
Is it fiberglass?
They're very expensive, but they are
Nice sound.
A very good sound, tuned
Yeah.
to perfection. I have a slide didgeridoo which is noted in keys, so you can literally slide it to play in
Oh.
key with musicians. But I hate it because it's plastic. I have
just
a hard
has- yeah, it
time.
doesn't have that natural feel
I have
about
a
it.
hard time connecting with. It's great for being on stage and playing
Yeah,
with pedantic
yeah.
musicians that want to play in a key.
Yeah, a certain key.
But
Yeah.
it does the job. But I hate it for the fact that it's plastic. It really doesn't feel that warm and welcoming to me.
Okay. Well, you're an organic man.
It is what it is.
So Andries, you're going to send us all your links and
I will
your
do.
flipper and
I will do.
Klitschkras, this and that.
All of it, yeah.
And
You can find me YouTube, Instagram,
it's been so
TikTok.
lekker having you here. Andries, give us a cheers. Cheers, Andries.
Cheers.
Russ.
Russ.
Thank you for
very much.
joining
Thank
us.
you,
Bless
guys.
you.
Thanks
Bless
for
you.
inviting me. It's
You're
been an honor.
you're a blessing, brother. You're
Thank you.
doing great
Thank you
things,
very
eh?
much.
Seriously.
I love
It was beyond all expectations.
Thank you very much,
I
guys.
really thoroughly loved that, man. I loved it.
Thanks a lot.
Like and subscribe and visit Klitschkras. Check it out.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for the effort.
That was power, man.
Lovely.
Seriously.
Lovely,
It was
lovely.
probably one of our longest. Was it long? It
It's
seemed.
7 o'clock on the dot.
Oh.
just spoke a lot.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
No, we got into the.
That was just so lekker, Andries. Honestly, that